Hi, welcome to Trading Truths, and today we are looking at AUD USD. And if you know about Trading Truths, we are all about transparency. We'll do the charts, we'll look at the charts, analyze the charts, and I'll actually place a bar pattern where I feel the price is going to move, and then a couple of hours later we'll come back and see it whether I'm right or wrong. There's always learning. There's no bullshitting here. We don't do some back testing and this and that. We just work on the chart, figure it out, and then see how it goes. So let's start off today with AUD USD, and I like to start as usual with the 4-hour chart. And let me just turn off all the markings and levels and everything and just purely look at the chart. So as you can see, it was on a downtrend, then it was going sideways for a while, then it went on an uptrend, and now it is again going downward. Overall, on the larger chart, we can see that there is a sideways movement happening in a very large range. We are right now in the downward, in the pullback of the trend. It's a slight upward trend. If you go closer to the candles, we can see that formed a higher high and a higher low, and then lower high, lower low, and then a same level high. That means this is an important level sitting over here, and it also moved around in this level quite a bit, so this is also an important level that we have to consider. So let me just mark this level out right now because that is closest to where the price is, and we'll make it purple, which is the color we use for 4 hours. As far as trend line goes, I think there is only one that is making a little bit of sense here, and that is this one. Again, we'll make it purple. As you can see, the price is playing around this trend line. Resistance, resistance, breakout, support, retest, and now it is either going to break down or it's going to move back up. Then let me just turn then another trend line that we could look at is this one. Let's mark it and see. That creates an interesting situation here. The two trend lines are crossing here and the price is sitting right over here. So either it's definitely been respecting this trend line all this time, so it could move up and then start respecting this trend line, or it could move up to this level, come back again to this trend line. But it all depends on how we see the price moving. If you look at a bigger picture, then this is an important level over here. In terms of 4 hours, this is an important level, so price might come down to this. Let's mark this level. For the time being, it looks like it is going to keep moving downwards, but in the smaller time frame it might move upwards to this level, then come back down to this level. That looks like the biggest possibility. In terms of the RSI, there is no divergence as such right now, so whatever the trend is, it's going to continue in that trend. Is there any other level that I would want to mark over here? This is also a relevant level, but it is pretty far away from the price right now, so we will let it be. Let's get down to 1 hour. I'm minimizing the RSI for a while, get a bigger picture, better picture, clearer picture. There's clearly a level over here that we need to mark in 1 hour. 1 hour is blue. Then there is a level over here. In terms of trend lines, I don't see anything that is standing out. There is a trend line happening over here, but it's not doing too much. Let's get down to half an hour. 30 minutes, things are looking a little more interesting now as we are getting closer to the action time frame of 15 minutes. Let's take a closer look at the candles. Right now there are two bearish candles that have formed. It is testing this trend line. It also respected this trend line a little bit. I mean, not respected it, stayed around it for a while. So both the trend lines are exerting some influence on the price. For the time being, it looks like price is moving downwards, but whether it will break off and reach this or move up again and then move further down, we'll have to see. In terms of trend lines or levels in half an hour, there's nothing significant to add over here. Let's look at 15 minutes right away. Here we see that this trend line is being respected by the price right now. The sellers are trying to put the price down, but a wick is formed and the buyers are pushing it up. So maybe this could move upwards now till this for sure. Are there any levels that we can mark out? There is one level around here that we can mark out. That's a possible. 15 minutes is green. Then there's a level forming around here again. So in terms of trend lines, we can see one trend line that could be exerting some influence, but it is very similar to the 1 hour, the 4 hours, so we'll just let that be. We can try and put a fib now, point A to point B, back to 23.6. Looks like it will just continue downwards. Let's look at another one. Point A to point B till somewhere around 38, not yet there though totally, and it's already reached the 27 minus 27. Let me put off auto fit and see what this looks like. As far as news goes, AUD USD price of Aussie dollar dwindling ahead of FOMC. So with the Aussie dollar looking a little weak, we should see the price moving downwards as it is. So I might do my bars pattern moving right up to minus 61 along this trend line. Let's take a closer look at where the price is going right now. If you look at the candles, we've got a pretty large bearish candle moving downwards. It does look like the price is wanting to move, is more or less moving downwards for the time being. Looking at it from a bigger time frame perspective, a larger time frame, we see that from higher highs and higher lows, it has started getting, it was sideways for some time, and then now suddenly there's been a big drop. This must have been the news about Aussie dollar weakening. Then the price came back up to this level and now it's again dropping. So let me just remove auto fit and see what it looks like from. Let's look at the 5 minutes also for just a little while. Yeah, this is the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes is showing the price respecting this trend line, 4 hour trend line, and then again respecting this, but it has broken through. But this is just like testing it. It is again moving upwards. Let's move back to 15. Looking at these levels and how the price is moving, I feel that okay, let's move to a smaller fib and see how that goes. Point A to point B. Okay, I think I've more or less figured out where I think the price is going to go, but I'll just look for the bars pattern. So this is more or less how I see the price moving right now. It retests this and then comes down to minus 61. So this is what I feel, this is how the price is going to move in the next couple of hours. It might just reach a little higher, but that's okay. I can just place this stuff here. Yeah, so let's see how the price is going to move now. So we'll be back after a couple of hours to see how it all worked out. Hi, we're back, and it's been a couple of hours, and well, the results have been a mixed bag, because as we had analyzed that the price will move around this 4-hour trend line. The price did move around it, but first it dipped low, then it came back, tested the trend line, and then now it's moving along the trend line. So it went almost as low as where I had put the bar pattern, but didn't quite reach this level. But otherwise it more or less followed the direction that we were looking at, and that is along this trend line and in a downward direction. So I would say the analysis was pretty much correct, and we got it mostly right. It did move in a downward direction. It respected this trend line. It also respected the overall trend of moving downwards because of news, and because the AUD had weakened a little bit. Also the levels, it held through the levels. It did not go beyond this 15-minute level. It's not yet, it's almost, it tested this 4-hour level, and of course it respected this trend line completely. So overall I would say this was a good analysis, and we more or less got the results that we are looking at. We wouldn't have made too many pips here, but that's okay. The idea is to analyze the chart and see where the price will go, and I think that part was reasonably well fulfilled. So that's it for now, and until next time, thank you for watching, and do like, share and subscribe to get more from Trading Truths, where there is full transparency and you get to know everything that is going on. Thank you.